One of my viewers just grabbed the TCL Q9BK at €745, down from €1,600. That's a 53% discount on a premium TV, and he's not alone. Right now, we're seeing LG C5 OLEDs drop from $2,700 to $1,399, TCL QM8K down from $2,500 to $997. This is what happens when retailers need to clear 2025 inventory before the 2026 models arrive, but this year, the discounts are running deeper than usual. And here's what matters. January clearance typically pushes these prices down another $100 to $300. TVs that normally sit at $3,000 to $5,000 are now hitting $1,000 to $2,000, some even under. Flagship OLEDs, mini LED models. If you've been waiting for the right time to upgrade, this is it. I've narrowed it down to 7 premium TVs that are true all-arounders, excellent picture quality, comfortable for extended viewing, and versatile enough for any content. All right, kicking off at number 7, we've got the TCL QM8K 65-inch, and this one's already a steal. Current price, $997, originally $2,500. That's a $1,502 discount, 60% off a flagship mini LED TV. Now here's what makes this insane. This isn't some budget panel. The QM8K has 3,800 local dimming zones. For context, most TVs under $1,000 have maybe 200 zones. This thing has 3,800. That means deeper blacks, zero blooming, and HDR that actually pops. You're getting HDR 5000 brightness. Yes, 5000 nits peak brightness. That's brighter than most OLEDs. And for gamers, 144 Hz native refresh rate, game accelerator 288, basically zero input lag. Oh, and it's got audio by Bang & Olufsen. At $997, you're getting sound quality that normally requires a separate soundbar. But wait, here's the January prediction. I'm expecting this to drop to around $897 to $947 during January clearance. Retailers are desperate to move 2025 stock, and TCL always discounts aggressively. So if you can wait 2 weeks, you might save another $100. But honestly, at $997, this is already robbery. Now, before we hit number 6, quick thing. If you're wondering whether mini LED or OLED is better for your room, stick around because number 3 is going to answer that question perfectly. And trust me, number 1 is going to blow your mind. Let's keep going. Number 6. Now at number 6, we're talking about premium TVs, and when it comes to premium, LG OLED is the gold standard. This is the LG G4 OLED 65-inch, and it's the one that checks every box. Current price, $2,000, down from $2,800. That's $800 in savings. Here's what makes this special. You know how some TVs are impossible to watch during the day because of the glare? You're constantly getting up to close the blinds, adjust the curtains. It's annoying. Not with the G4. This TV is bright enough that you can watch with sunlight streaming through your windows. No problem. Sports on Saturday afternoon, crystal clear, morning news, perfect picture. And when you're watching at night, the blacks are true black. None of that washed-out gray you see on cheaper TVs. Movies look the way they're supposed to. Rich, deep, cinematic. The picture quality is effortless. Colors are accurate, faces look natural, and everything just works without you having to fiddle with settings. It's the kind of TV you set up once and enjoy for years. My January prediction? This could drop to $1,500 to $1,600 during clearance sales. But keep watching, because number 4 is going to show you a different approach to brightness that might be even better for really sunny rooms. Let's hit number 5. At number 5, we're talking premium TVs, and you can't have a premium TV list without Samsung. They've been the gold standard for years, and there's a reason for that. This is the Samsung S85F OLED 65-inch. Current price, $949, down from $1,999. That's $1,000 off a Samsung OLED. Let that sink in. Now here's what I love about Samsung for folks who just want a great picture without the hassle. It's smart. Like, actually smart. Watching a football game? The TV automatically adjusts to make the field look vibrant and the players pop. Switch to a movie? It changes the settings for rich cinematic colors, news, or a documentary, clear, natural picture. You don't have to touch a single button, it just knows what you're watching and optimizes everything for you. That's Samsung's Vision AI doing the work. And the picture quality? deep blacks, stunning colors, and that premium Samsung build quality you expect. This doesn't look like a budget TV, it looks expensive. My January prediction? I think this drops to around $849 to $899. Now here's something interesting. This is under $1,000 for an OLED. But number 4? That's going to show you what happens when you take brightness to the absolute extreme. Completely different technology. Number 4, let's go. Number 4, and this is where we need to talk about brightness. This is the Hisense U8QG 65-inch mini LED, and it's a brightness monster. Current price, $998, down from $2,200. That's $1,200 off. A 55% discount on what reviewers are calling one of the brightest TVs you can buy. Here's the deal. If you have a really sunny room, like big windows, afternoon sun pouring in, maybe a south-facing living room, this is your TV. The U8QG hits over 2,000 nits of brightness. What does that mean in real life? You can watch TV at 2 p.m. with every light on and the blinds open, and the picture is still stunning. No washed-out colors, no squinting. It just punches through the light. Compare that to most TVs that force you to close the curtains or wait until evening to actually enjoy what you're watching. Not this one. And it's not just bright. The colors are incredible, blacks are deep thanks to mini LED dimming zones, and for sports, forget about it. Fast action stays smooth, no blur. Gaming, 144 Hz refresh rate, VRR, ultra-low input lag. This thing keeps up with anything you throw at it. January prediction? I'm thinking this could drop to around $898 to $948. Hisense always discounts aggressively, and at under $900? That's an absolute steal for this level of performance. Now here's where it gets interesting. We've seen OLEDs at number 6 and 5. We've seen this mini LED brightness beast. But number 3 is going to bring it all together. It's the OLED that everyone's talking about, and the price? You're not ready. Let's keep moving. Number 3. Number 3. And this is the one everyone's been asking about in the comments. This is the LG C5 OLED 65-inch, and it's LG's most popular TV of 2025. There's a reason for that. Current price? $1,399, down from $2,700. That's $1,300 off, nearly half price on one of the best reviewed TVs of the year. Here's why the C5 is special. It's the perfect all-rounder. Seriously. Whether you're watching the news in the morning, a movie at night, sports on the weekend, or your grandkids are gaming, this TV does it all at an elite level. The picture quality? This is pure OLED magic. Perfect blacks, and I mean true black, not dark gray. When you're watching a movie and the scene goes dark, you see exactly what the director intended. No backlight bleed, no glow, just perfection. Colors are incredibly accurate. Skin tones look natural. Not oversaturated like some TVs that make everything look fake. Greens actually look green, blues look blue. It sounds simple, but most TVs get this wrong. And here's something important. This TV is easy on the eyes. If you're someone who watches for a few hours, morning news, afternoon movies, evening shows, the C5 doesn't cause that eye strain you get with some displays. It's comfortable viewing, and that matters. For sports, absolute game changer. Fast motion stays crystal clear. No blur when someone sprints down the field or the camera pans across the stadium. You catch every detail. Gaming? This thing is a beast. 144 Hz, 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, instant response time. Your kids or grandkids will love it. Now, here's what LG does better than anyone. The interface is simple and intuitive. You're not hunting through 10 menus to find Netflix. Everything's right there, easy to access, easy to use, no tech degree required. January prediction? I'm confident this drops to $1,249 to $1,299 during clearance. That would put it at over 50% off the original price. But here's the thing, and this is crucial for number 2. The C5 is an incredible all-rounder. But what if you want the brightest screen possible? What if glare is your number 1 enemy? Number 2 is going to answer that question with Samsung's most advanced technology of 2025. It's a mini LED that might actually change your mind about OLEDs. And then number 1, that's the TV that made me sit back and say, okay, this is it. The price drop is going to shock you. Let's hit number 2. Number 2, and this is where Samsung brings out the big guns. This is the Samsung QN90F 65-inch Neo QLED, and it's Samsung's flagship Mini LED for 2025. This is their answer to OLED, and honestly, in some ways, it's better. Current price, $1,499, down from $2,499. That's $1,000 off Samsung's premium masterpiece. Now here's what makes the QN90F absolutely special, and this is something you need to understand. It has a matte anti-glare screen. Let me explain what that means in real life. You know how on most TVs, if there's a lamp behind you or sunlight hitting the screen, you see reflections? Maybe you see yourself, the window, the room behind you. It's distracting, right? Not on the QN90F. Samsung's glare-free technology basically eliminates reflections. Like they're gone. You can have a bright lamp right behind your couch and you won't see it on the screen. You just see the picture, nothing else. This is a game changer for real-world living rooms. No more rearranging furniture to avoid glare. No more closing curtains in the middle of the day. You just watch TV the way it should be. And the brightness? This thing is insanely bright. We're talking peak brightness that rivals the sun. Watching sports during the day? The field looks like you're sitting in the stadium. HDR content. Highlights pop like nothing you've ever seen. The colors are rich and vibrant thanks to Samsung's quantum dot technology. Everything looks lifelike and punchy without being oversaturated. For gaming, this is one of the best TVs on the market. 165 Hz refresh rate. Yes, 165 Hz. So buttery smooth gameplay. 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, VRR, basically zero lag. Gamers love this TV. And here's something Samsung does really well. The smart features just work. Voice control, easy app navigation. Samsung's interface is clean and fast. No waiting for apps to load, no freezing, just smooth operation. January prediction? I think this could drop to around $1,349 to $1,399. Samsung always pushes hard during January clearance. And at that price, this becomes one of the best TV deals of the year. Now here's the moment you've been waiting for. We've covered incredible OLEDs, brightness monsters, glare-free screens, but number 1 is the TV that combines the best of everything. It's from a brand that's known for absolute picture perfection, and the current price? When I saw it, I couldn't believe it. This is the one you need to hear about. Let's get to number 1. And here we are, number 1. This is the Sony Bravia 965-inch Mini LED, and this is the TV that made me stop and say, okay, this is the one. Current price? $2,200, down from $3,000. That's $800 off, but here's my prediction. I think this hits $1,999 in January. Under $2,000 for Sony's flagship? That's unprecedented. Now, when you think premium TVs, you think Sony. They've been making the best displays for decades. Hollywood studios use Sony monitors to color grade movies. When directors want to see their film exactly as intended, Sony. And the Bravia 9 is their masterpiece. Here's what makes it special. This is the brightest TV Sony has ever made. We're talking mini LED backlighting with thousands of dimming zones working in perfect harmony. The result? Brightness that rivals the QN90F, but with Sony's legendary picture processing. What does that mean? It means when you're watching a movie, you're seeing it exactly as the filmmaker intended. The colors, the contrast, the detail, it's all perfect. Sony's decades of cinema experience shine through in every frame. For sports, this TV is incredible. Motion clarity is flawless, no blur, no judder. Whether it's golf, football, soccer, racing, you see every single detail. The ball in flight, the players' expressions, the grass on the field. It's like looking through a window. And here's something really important. The upscaling is unmatched. You know how sometimes older content, cable TV, DVDs, streaming, looks kind of soft or pixelated on a 4K TV? Not on the Bravia 9. Sony's XR processor takes anything you throw at it and makes it look incredibly sharp. Even your old favorite shows from years ago look better than you remember. The contrast is stunning. Deep, true blacks combined with dazzling highlights. HDR content looks absolutely jaw-dropping. Sunsets, explosions, candlelit scenes, everything has depth and realism you just don't get on other TVs. And if you're a PlayStation owner, this TV has exclusive PS5 features that automatically optimize picture settings for gaming. It knows when you're playing and adjusts everything for the best experience. The sound? Most TVs have terrible sound, right? not the Bravia 9. It has acoustic multi-audio that actually creates surround sound from the TV itself. Voices are clear, action is immersive, and it's good enough that you might not even need a soundbar right away. Build quality? This is a Sony. It's built like a tank. Premium materials, slim design, the kind of TV that looks expensive because it is expensive. But right now, you're getting it for less. Here's my January prediction. At $1999, this becomes the single best TV deal of 2026. You're getting a $3,000 flagship for under $2,000. That's the kind of deal that only happens once a year. So here's the bottom line. If you want the absolute best picture quality money can buy, if you want a TV that handles everything, bright rooms, dark rooms, sports, movies, gaming, and if you want something that's going to last you years and years with perfect performance, the Sony Bravia 9 is it. That's my number one.